You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. How are you? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Good to have you here today. Have you ever gotten out of bed on a Monday morning, or heck, any day, and you find yourself sort of in a nice way complaining about something, and yet you don't have any real right to complain about it? And we'll talk about it. I'm doing that right now. And I stopped about just before the podcast, but I'll explain. Yes, I'm human. It is a daily boost from motivationtomove.com, season 19, 5,096 episodes as of today. So if you haven't been around, you missed a few, but don't worry about it. We catch you up pretty fast, and it'll be fine. You don't have to binge 20 years. Don't do that. Simple goal. Stand up, take a step, repeat. No matter what gets in the way. You have goals, you have dreams, you have ambitions, you have desires, you have things you want to do. Life changes, the winds blow, things get kind of crazy, but that doesn't change it. You want things, does it? So therefore, we have to find a way to get the mindset wrapped around it, the framing, if you will, the worldview. So we get up in the morning, and no matter what happens, we are able to say, well, let's go do this thing. I have some neat thoughts for you this week. It's going to be fun. How are you? My name is Scott Smith. Good to have you here today. Thanks for stopping by. We had a great event last week. If you've ever thought about doing a podcast, I take it from a different angle, because my podcast genuinely was created so that I could do the podcast more. And to be able to do that, I had to create a business. So I did an event called How to Build a Podcast-Powered Business. 100% retention. Everybody stayed the entire time. That tells you something about what happened. It was special. Go to podcastpoweredbusiness.com to watch the replay. Yeah, complaining, huh? I'll tell you what, a year ago, I had my hip replaced. I didn't like it. I did a lot of martial arts over the years. I did a billion kicks on my right leg, and I just wore my hip out. Everything else is good. All the other hips are fine. All the other joints are fine. Had it replaced, and I wasn't happy. I tried not to complain. I tried to be an upbeat guy, but genuinely, I wasn't very happy. All the physical therapists knew I wasn't happy. My wife probably most of all knew I wasn't happy. It wasn't that I wasn't happy about having the surgery done. It wasn't happy that it hurt or anything like that. What was I not happy about? I wasn't happy about the fact that it wasn't me. that my identity had been shifted, that overnight, suddenly I was an old guy. What do you mean I'm going to have a hip done? That's kind of crazy. And the doctor said, don't worry about that. You just wore it out. I said, well, that's not making me feel a whole lot better. Tried not to be grumpy, but it hurt when I went in there, so I was a little bit grumpy. And then they give you some medication, and you don't want to take it because you don't take that stuff. That's a road that doesn't end well. You get a little grumpy, and then all these people telling you what to do and treating you like an old person when you go into surgery, and you got a big gray beard on you because I was growing a beard last year. I was grumpy, and then I got done. I came back home, and I couldn't move my legs, and I couldn't walk, and it was kind of crazy, and I didn't feel like myself. You ever feel like that? Just want to feel like yourself. You're jumping out of bed, going doing what you're going to do, nothing stops you. I told you last week, exploring the possibilities and growing in my life is the number one thing that drives me, and I think it drives you too. In fact, I know it does because I talk to a lot of people like you, and that's exactly what drives them. I was complaining just a little bit. But the kind of complaining that it is when you complain and then you say, I should just be grateful. Have a little grace here, right? You shouldn't be complaining. All guys do that, by the way. Guys say, I should be grateful. I just got myself a new $100,000 hip. I should be grateful. And I was truly grateful. I was happy to do it, but I was complaining just a little bit. Everybody told me, Scott, you'll feel better in a year. And I said, nuh-uh. I'm a super performer. I'm going to do it in a month. I was on a cane like in 2 days. I was back at the gym in about 7 days. I was pushing this thing. I learned I can't push too far. You know why? Then I complain again. That's the thing about it. When you push beyond your limits, your emotional, your intellectual, your physical, and it hurts, you try to be the best mood you possibly can be. You try to have a positive attitude, look at the world in the way you're told you should do, but the reality is, no matter what anybody tells us about being positive, sometimes we just want to bitch and moan, don't we? I'm sorry, little ears in the car. Complain. I know you've heard mommy and daddy say worse than that, haven't you? But I was complaining just a little bit, but as time went on, I got a little bit better, and then I'm thinking to myself, my gosh, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Do you ever have a goal you want to get to? I've never been down the road of had any kind of surgery whatsoever. Never had any major surgery. It's completely new to me. And when you're just a little bit older and you walk in a surgical center, you've never had anything wrong with you. You've hardly been on any medication. You've never been in the hospital. You haven't had anything done whatsoever. They look at you like, well, you're used to this. You're old now. But no, I'm not. Never been here before. I'm kind of a baby, actually. This is brand new to me. Treat me like a baby. And they don't. They treat you like an old person who, well, you kind of are, but you don't feel like yourself, do you? As time went on after the surgery, I got stronger a little bit, but every time I would feel maybe just thinking about that hip. What am I going to do? Am I going to break it? Am I going to pop it out again? What am I going to do? It doesn't feel quite right. Doctor, something popped. What's going on? Relax, you'll be fine. My friends all told me in a year, you won't even think about it. I said, I don't believe you. Well, this morning, actually started a couple of weeks ago, but today was the big day that I was at the gym. Same gym that I was walking around in my compression stockings with a cane about a year ago, getting stronger, feeling very, very self-conscious about it, but I had to do it. Same gym that I had kind of reached a new milestone. What was that? Well,
study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
I had decided to do barbell squats. I decided to actually put a barbell on my shoulders, not real heavy for those of you doctors in the audience, and there are many of you, and those of you people who had hips before, and there are lots of you, more hips than mine. I just have one, artificial one. No, I kept it kind of light, 135 pounds. It's pretty light, but I was doing it, and I felt so good. I said, man, this is cool. I'm going to go over and do some calf exercises, and I did that. Pretty light, about 90 pounds. No, actually more than that, about double that. I felt so good. I'm going to do some quadricep extensions. Let's go do this thing. Feeling good. And I said, I feel so good. I'm going to go out on the turf that's in the middle of the gym that I go to, and I'm going to do some walking lunges. I'm just going to step and step and step, and I did 20 one way, turned around, did 20 the other way, and then I fell over. Didn't think much about it. Not one time did I ever think about my hip. Not one time did I ever think I didn't think a bit about it. That it was just working, doing what it was supposed to be doing. Not one time did I ever do that. Went home, told my wife I had a good workout, didn't complain at all. It was a good day. Got up the next day and started to feel it. Started complaining. Man, I'm sore. Worked out too hard. We pushed a little bit. She's looking at me like, well, dummy, you haven't done any kind of those exercises for a whole year. What do you expect? By the way, I call it the wisdom of the wife. It's a very powerful thing. Guys, if you have a wife around you who is willing to impart wisdom upon you, please stop and listen for just a second. She knows you won't, but she'll know you're here anyway. And at the gym today, I'm pushing a little bit harder. And I recognize what was happening, that in a year's time passes, consistently getting up and moving forward, moving toward my goals step by step, knowing the journey is what it's all about. Eventually, I will arrive and I will become exactly who I want to be. I don't have a lot to complain about. But I did have a topic for a good podcast, didn't I? So don't complain and stop it. We don't get to complain. That's not what we do. I know, but every single thing in your life, we get these moments, these fires that flare up, these things that happen. Just when you think it's good, you know something's going to mess with you, right? It's just going to happen. And if you hang around me a little bit, what you're going to find, not only in the podcast, but if you hang around me in my day-to-day life, from 5:45 in the morning till about 9:45 at night, you're going to find me doing the same thing, running into the brick wall and kind of going, that's interesting, and flip it around and turn it into something positive. Take that frown and turn it upside down. You should do the same thing. You'll find everything about me, all the stuff I have for you, the resources, the free stuff, the paid stuff, the cool stuff, the really cool stuff, at motivation2move.com. The Perfect Week Planner is there as well if you'd like to get your hands on that, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. We're going to talk about leadership on tomorrow's show.